Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got a Muslim father who chauffeured his son to prom. Anybody got a problem with that? Okay. What if the son was gay, decked out in full makeup, feminine hair, a dress, and a full train? Anybody got a problem with that? Give me a thumbs up if you don't have a problem with it. Thumbs down if you say, no, man, no, I ain't with that. Here's what the young man's mother had to say on Instagram. So let me explain this video. My son has had a rocky relationship with his pops growing up because his pops is Muslim and does not condone his lifestyle. So wearing makeup, feminine hairstyles, nails, and all of that has always been a problem. So on this day, he thought that his pops would not even come outside to see him leave for prom because he has never saw him off for any of his dances in the past. Well, his pops said, I'm taking my son to prom as his chauffeur, and I'm going to match his outfit. So Romello was so surprised to see him get out of the truck, but when he saw how he was dressed and it matched what he was wearing, he cried like a baby. And it was a very beautiful moment for him, my husband, and the whole family. To have a supportive dad when you are in this lifestyle is rare and meant everything in the world for my son. Shout out to my husband. I love you. All right, fam, what do you think about that? The mom's on board, and it appears that the dad is not necessarily all the way on board, but he's kind of like going out of his way to be a team player, so to speak. What are your thoughts? Was that cool what dad did? Or was dad out of pocket? I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. My thoughts. Family, there were people saying things like online, the dude was being supportive, and somebody shot back, he's not being supportive, he's condoning. I agree with the latter. That's not supporting, that's condoning. Here's the thing, and this is why I say that. Follow me now, because I know some of y'all hot right now. But here's why I say he's condoning. The facts are the facts. We don't know what dad is thinking. We don't really know what he's thinking. We don't know what's in his heart. He haven't given a full-blown, detailed explanation. And I know some people say, well, he don't owe you that. Well, they're the ones who loaded it up online and put it in our faces. Otherwise, we wouldn't know anything about this. So they must have wanted us to chime in on this. They must have wanted our opinions. So I'm giving it to you. We don't know what's in the dad's heart, but we do know what the dad did. We do know by watching that video that the dad dressed up like his son in the same color. He had the same color tuxedo on that as the dress his son wore to show his support. You know, look, man, I'm with you. You know, not necessarily with this, but I'm with you, right? Dad seemed to be under a lot of pressure. The mom pressuring him, the son pressuring him. He probably the only one in that house that was against that lifestyle. A lot of pressure. I think the dad could have shown his support by simply driving his son to the prom. Without the makeup, without the lashes, without the hair, without the dress, without the heels, and whatever else he had on. Support comes in a variety pack. There's a thin line between being supportive and condoning. For example, once the father found out that his son had female tendencies, he wanted to be a woman, he wanted to dress like a woman, behave like a woman, get his nails done, have the feminine hairstyle and all that type of stuff, he could have started off with open communication, been respectful, and set boundaries. Look, son, I hear you. I hear you. But we ain't having that in my house. Now, when you get out, if that's what you want to do, hey, that's on you. I would hope that you didn't do that, but if that's what you want to do, look, that's on you. But in my house, boys are going to dress like boys and girls are going to dress like girls. Boys are not going to be wearing makeup. They're not going to be getting their nails done with polish and all of that stuff. And they're not going to be wearing high heels and women wigs and stuff. That ain't happening in my house. Whatever you want to do outside of that, that's fine. But in my house, son, we got rules. And these are the rules. I love you. I really do. And I'm doing the best that I can do to protect you. And that's it. Now, I know that I could have said that a little bit more gently, but you're picking up what I'm putting down at least, right? Open communication, respect, and setting boundaries. You cannot let youngsters do whatever the hell they want to do. What if your 16-year-old daughter want to get breast implants? What if your kid wants to get a tattoo? Well, I feel like getting a tattoo. Well, I feel like I want to sell some drugs. I feel like stripping. What if your daughter want to get on Instagram and start taking her clothes off? What if she want to get her OnlyFans? Well, if you don't let her do it, she gonna do it anyway. All you gonna do is run her off. That's what people like to say when you put your foot down with your kids. You just gonna run them off. Invariably, you'll have people who say, see, that's why the kids, when they're going through something like this, they don't come to their parents, and this is why they become suicidal, and this is why they run off and they never come back. Kids run off, become suicidal, end up on drugs for a myriad of reasons. Oftentimes, when kids are doing things that their parents don't approve of, they want to hide it. They're going to do it outside of the home. They're going to do it inside of the home, but they're going to hide it. One thing that is missing these days with youngsters is reverence. We had reverence, not all of us, but for the most part, we had reverence for our parents. So even if we felt a certain way, we wanted to do a certain thing, we know our parents didn't approve of, we just didn't do it. We didn't go, well, it's my life and I'm gonna do what I wanna do anyway, and I'm gonna do it under their roof. I'm gonna do it right under their roof. We didn't rock like that. We had reverence for our parents. We had reverence for our teachers. So this is why we didn't go crazy and beat up the teachers, stomp out the teachers and click on the you might have something like that every now and then, but I'm talking about now it's a culture. We had reverence for the church. People wasn't getting up in church cussing and twerking, shooting, robbing the church. That stuff wasn't going on. Might happen every now and then, but that stuff didn't happen because we had reverence. We even had reverence for the president. Yeah, that was a time we had reverence for the president, and the president had reverence for the people. You wouldn't see no president engaged in, petty insults, calling out basketball players and football players and rappers and singers and models. You see no president involved in all this petty stuff. The president had reverence for the Oval Office, even if they were corrupt. On our side, what they presented, what we got to see, was a certain level of respect and decorum. You see? So when people say things like, well, you're going to run them off and, look, man, everybody ain't going to make it. I'm going to tell you straight up. Everybody ain't going to make it. Some kids, they're going to rebel for different reasons. It may not be the fact that they're suppressing their sexuality or whatever. It may be the fact that they're just not getting what they want. And if kids are not getting what they want and they can raise hell to get it, and their parents are going to bend every time, they're going to continue to push. Some parents don't want to see their kids disappointed, so they coddle them, give them whatever they want. Kid becomes self-entitled. Some parents don't want to see their kids cry, so they coddle them, give them whatever they want. Kid becomes entitled. Some parents don't want to see their kids go without something. No matter what it is, they break their neck to get it for them, and they don't teach them anything about working for anything. And they don't hold them accountable, and they reward bad behavior, and their kids become entitled. All because they don't want the kid to stop speaking to them or be mad at them or run off or start doing drugs or disown them or cuss them out. And the kid end up hating them anyway, because at the end of the day, kids actually appreciate being corrected. Not early on, but further down the line, because they understand correction makes you a better person. They understand that they get it later on in life. Sometimes the youngsters are ahead of their time and they get it, but usually they get it later in life. So parents, we got to stop all this soft parenting. We got to stop this soft parenting. You can't stop a kid from feeling however they want to feel, but you damn sure can stop them from doing whatever they want to do under your roof. And that's what's missing. But what say you? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.